It's going to tell you why the Cooper Flagg, Kyrie Irving, and Anthony Davis is the better big three out of anything from the Luka Doncic era on today's Locked On Mavs.
Stop it! Stop! The number one pick will go to the Dallas Mavericks. Cooper Flagg will fly in Dallas.
Dogs, all of us, all five.
You are Locked On Mavs, your daily Dallas Mavericks podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network.
Still can't leave.
Your team every day.
I'm going to get a city like that.
You are Locked On the Dallas Mavericks. This is one of your co-hosts, Isaac Harris, covering the Mavs for the last 10 years alongside my good friend Nick Angstead. And today I'm joined by the one and only from the great Slightly Biased YouTube channel, Slightly himself, Flex on him.
All right, we're in. I just got talking before the show. It's NFC North breakdown today.
Yeah, we're breaking down Ravens versus Browns in the first segment, and then we're saving that Ravens-Steelers matchup for the third segment today.
Yeah, so
If you're in the NFL.
pretty pumped.
Speaking of that, this episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use the code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. Slightly, Dad's out of town. We can do whatever we want.
That's right.
So
That's
now
why we're
we're-
doing a fantasy football preview as well in the first segment.
Yeah, we're gonna.
The
I mean,
best
for
content, the best podcast content. Here's my fantasy football team.
So Shador and Cooper, if we look at their comps and we go back, it's Takeoff Thursday. We always bring a hot take. This is what we've been doing over the off season. Nick is obviously out of town, so don't tell him if we do anything too crazy.
Please.
I kind of halfway threw around a 11 p.m. start times are good take, but I just couldn't get there.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's one of my takes.
Is it really? Oh my gosh.
No, not good. Not good.
No, yeah, okay. But yeah, we'll save that for a little bit. I'm going to start off with this. And this was born out of, over this past week, we had the clip, it wasn't even a clip. It was a picture of Luka and KP at the scores table, some exhibition games over in Europe leading up to Eurobasket. And there are some people reminiscing of, remember what was of that duo. And sometimes people take that duo and like lump it in with Jalen Brunson. And one of my favorite things on the internet is the picture of like young Brunson with KP and Luka. And it's like the Mavs fumbled this bag so hard. Like, how do you even break up this big three? And I think that big three, if I'm just calling it for the sake of the segment, is one of the most overrated things. And I think this Cooper Flagg, Kyrie, AD potential of those three, that three-man combo, is better than any three-man combo from the Luka era. And so it's like Luka, Kyrie, who else? Or Luka and KP and who else? And I lump it in with it's mainly focused on it's better than that KP, Brunson, Luka thing, because you go back to Luka and KP together. Regular season, they're 67 and 43 together, which winning record, pretty good. Playoffs, 500, they were 5-5. But the biggest thing with the KP Luka thing was the injuries with KP. Like out of 202 possible games together that KP and Luka could have played, they played 110 of them.
Jeez.
Like that's a lot that was missed there. And KP, not only was he's hurt, but he was also, there was some like philosophy difference in schemes. Like he was wanting to post up more. Obviously it didn't, flow with what Rick was wanting to do and Luka and all of that. You go back to the 2021 playoffs and that was like the only, he gets traded, then he plays the bubble playoffs, plays pretty well. But then the 2021 playoffs happens. They lose in 7 games to the Clippers in that first round series. He averages 13 and 5 in that series.
Yeah, that was bad.
And then if you want to throw Brunson on top of that, Brunson wasn't even like Brunson yet. I mean,
Yeah, he was
look at that
unplayable in that series.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that series. He started 16 games that season and averaged 8 points. So it wasn't until that next year. That's the year KP gets traded for Dinwiddie and Bertans, and they didn't come to terms with the extension with Brunson before he went supernova. And then he goes supernova. They go on the deep playoff run and all this stuff, and he leaves, which they did. They fumbled the bag with Brunson. They jacked that up. All right. I'm not taking up for him with that. I just think that era, the KB Brunson Luka thing, is way overrated.
Yeah, so I would agree. Like the big three is just better with the 2 and the 3. than KP and Brunson. Because we're talking baby Brunson isn't who he was, who he is now then, right? But the big three thing, big threes are always so overrated to me because I'd rather just have Luka by himself and then you can just do whatever else, right? Because that's how you win. But yeah, no, I agree with you 100%. I've always had this take. Anytime the KP reminiscing starts, I have to slam pump the brakes immediately because that was such a frustrating era. I was so happy when the trade happened, even though we knew at the time the Mavericks' return for that trade was pretty garbage. Like, that was a pretty garbage return, all things considered. But I was cool with it because I thought it was addition by subtraction. KP never plays. You can never rely on him. And when he does play, I mean, how many of the games in which KP played was he like 60% because he was coming back from some type of lower body injury or something? It's unfortunate. And when he was playing really well and him and Luka on the floor together, it was incredible. But I mean, like the bubble, like you said, with those two, it looked like, oh my God, this is the future of our franchise for the next 10 years. Yeah. And of course, KP got ejected from one of those games, which was horrible. And then he got hurt, unfortunately. But yeah, I always pump the brakes. Anytime the KP stuff gets brought up, I'm like, dude, like, do you guys really not remember how horrible that was and how mad we were every single game and how awful that Clippers series was? I mean, that was awful and that was pathetic. And people can blame Rick Carlisle, and I see that from time to time, but KP was pathetic in that series. I'm sorry to be so strong about it, but he couldn't post up Rajon Rondo, and then he went and pouted in the corner. Like, that's what happened in that series. He wanted to post up, and he couldn't do it. I watched it happen.
And he shot 30% from three in that series.
He was horrible.
And it was just like, and there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes too that was like slowly trickling out some, just like, a style that he wanted to play. I mean, Rick wanted to play this fast paced, what he's doing in Indiana. Like, I was texting with people during this Indiana run, and it's like, Rick's finally getting to do what he wants to do. Like, this was what he was trying to build in Dallas with this fast paced stuff and having a Halliburton, Luka type of guy and having all these guys around him like that plays that style of ball. And I just laugh so much when I look back on it, because you would hear the like, oh man, they fumbled this whenever KP would have like a good stretch in Boston, last year. And it's like, okay, well then he's hurt. And then right now you don't see any of that right now. But it's like when those stretches do happen in which he's playing 20 minutes a night and it's like a stretch 5 thing, we might see it in Atlanta this coming season for first like month of the season. You're like, dude, look, Boston fumbled that. They should have kept him.
Yeah, true. that will probably happen. But you want to know what's even funnier about that is after he won the ring, it's like he played a grand total in that playoff run of 7 games. He played 7 games for the Celtics in the finals run, and he went an entire calendar month between round 1 and the finals of not playing games. They literally did not need him to win a championship. And then, ironically enough, they did need him this year badly to win a championship, and he was dealing with that illness or whatever and was dreadful, and it like really hurt their team. So that's the KP experience. And the Mavericks, like the Celtics, were built to, we'll do a KP, and if KP doesn't play, it doesn't matter. But if he does play, we'll be unbeatable and unstoppable. Like, that'll just be what we do. The Mavericks were not built like that. Like, KP had to be good in playing, and he just never was. So at the time of the trade, his value was in the toilet because they traded him for what everyone considered to be the worst non-max contract in the league, in Davis Bertans. Like, that's what they traded him for, and Spencer Dinwiddie, obviously. But I mean, I don't look back on that era very fondly at all. So whenever I see it, it's like, were you guys like there, or is this like one of those nostalgia always wins? Like you can always look back on something and be like, you know what, that wasn't that bad. No, it was that bad. It was horrible.
They really fumbled the OJ Mayo era. They did.
Yeah, looking back on it, that was my favorite era.
They just didn't maximize Charlie V, and I don't see how you can't do that. But honestly, going back to this like current team, you look at, obviously Cooper's not at the level that Luka's at. But you look at like having a star rookie coming into a situation, and then you look at least these 2 stars in Kyrie and AD. That's why I'm like, man, if like Cooper's like really good, then I'm not the biggest fan of like big 3 type of stuff. It's narratives and, it's fun for media stuff. But it's like, if he's really good, like this is, when they're healthy, this is going to be like a fun big 3-ish type of thing. And I was just thinking about that today. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea of, especially in hindsight, of that big three was better. But Brunson was never going to be Brunson next to Luka. That's just the truth. Like one of the hills I'll die on is that Kyrie's just was a better Robin to Luka than Brunson literally ever would have been. Even if you want to look at who Brunson is now, like it's just that's not who Brunson is.
Yeah, I don't think Rick Brunson would have let it happen either. No, all right, we're gonna take a break and then we'll be right back. Got to see some. Well, I guess we can't see him. Got to hear some hot takes from Slightly. This podcast is brought to you by our friends at Monarch Money. Most people can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth. Whether it's 401k, properties, investments, when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. You got to have all the puzzle pieces to be able to see the full picture here. This is what Monarch Money does. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. Man, if you can access it on your phone, then I'm all in. Let's do this. It does the heavy lifting for you. You can link all your accounts in minutes, see clear data visuals, get smart categorization for your spending. What an ad read here. And finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. Don't let the financial opportunity slip through the cracks. Use the code LOCKEDONNBA at monarchmoney.com in your browser or half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONNBA.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
All right, Slightly, I'm going to put you on the spot right here, and I don't care if it's a yes or no. You got to say yes. Have you filled out the Mavs fan survey?
No.
Yeah, no, you got to just say yes. All right, we're doing a Locked On Mavs fan survey. Guys, we're already over 1,000 people. And we're only 2 days into this. So at the time of this recording. So we want the most Mavs fans we can get to fill out this survey. It's in the description of this episode on YouTube, audio, wherever you see it. It's on social media. And guys, Nick, we even got WFA involved in this. So they're going to start promoting this this week and for the next like 4 or 5 days. So we should have a good amount of people. And then we're going to share all the results. It's super fast. It's like 20, 25 questions. Just about the Mavs and all the stuff. And yeah, Slightly, I know what you're doing after this.
All right, yeah, I'll definitely do it. To be fair, I have not been on the online basketball sphere the last few weeks.
Ooh. So you haven't been keeping up with like Kendrick Perkins tweets or?
No, I don't care about Kendrick Perkins. I don't care about Gilbert Arenas. I don't care about Patrick Beverly.
Pat Beverly, he's the new one. Who was he trying to fight the other day?
I have no idea. It's like, I don't care about this. And then all of the aggregator accounts are like, Patrick Beverly responds to Kendrick Perkins. Like, I don't care at all about any of this.
What are we in right now? This Nick's going to kill me for just going off a second. But it's one of my frustrating things right now with social media is like you click on it and it's like some random player's opinion. I say it's like Earl Boykin says Kyrie is not a top 52 player of all, like of point guard. And it's like, why do I care about what Earl Boykin says? But I don't know. It's like if any past player who ever put on a jersey says anything, it's getting aggregated.
Yeah, no, and that's John Stockton was in the news recently too with some of his takes. I always
God.
If your take starts with that, the players today would never. That's it. I will never listen to another thing you have to say again. I don't care that you played in the league. I don't care that you're in the Hall of Fame. Truthfully, like it doesn't matter to me.
We need a bar. Like you had to have an all-star appearance or you had to make a finals.
Dude,
probably like an all NBA. Like you had to make an all NBA to get aggregated for a quote.
Even some of those guys are some of the worst.
They are some of the worst, but it's at least I heard of them. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Anyway, what's a hot take?
I've got a few. Let's see. If you ever feel like you're trapped in your car all the time, it's because you are. The country's literally designed to be like that. I don't want to get into that one though.
That's so deep.
That's not my hot take though. Let's go. I think the 11 p.m. start time. If you're unaware, the NBA is rolling out. There's 17 different streaming services you have to purchase now to watch any of the games, but one of the new ones is NBC, which I am excited about, by the way. But they're doing their double headers will be at, I believe, 8 o'clock or 7:30. Yeah. And the last game will start at 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Which is basically like 11:15.
Right, and that's where I was going to go to. Is we're basically, if you know the NBA and follow the NBA, you know that will be closer to 11:15. So you are basically saying Eastern Conference viewers or East Coast viewers, we don't care. We do not want you to watch this game. Honest to God, I think it is one of the stupidest things that they have done. I can't see the logic behind it at all.
I mean, I grew up on Eastern time. I actually grew up on the line of the time, the town right next to me was on what we called slow time, which is Central Time. So I grew up with this hey, is it on fast time, slow time? What is that? But I was on the fast Eastern time. I can't imagine. I guess it was high school is when my bedtime went away that I would be allowed to see a game like that. But my kids go to bed. I mean, they're super young. I mean, they're 6 and 5, but it's we're 7 and 5. But they go to bed 7:30. It's what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, kids, you've been asleep for 4 hours before this game tips off.
So if you want to say, well, West Coast, they get home from work and stuff like that. Okay, that's fair, and I'll give you that. But like you just said, how many people in the East are just not even going to tune into the game for a second? You could watch the game. Let's just be honest. You could watch the game at work, right? I know some of you. You guys are not working as hard as you claim you work. A lot of people work from home. That's a real thing, and those people will still have at least access to watch the game. You are literally shutting out. And I actually pulled up the numbers. You're shutting out something like 30 to 40% of your viewership base immediately.
Let's go. Pull up the numbers.
I don't understand that.
What are you gaining though from overseas? Is Slovenia waking up?
So I thought about that too. I was that has to be, but everything I saw was no, that's 3 a.m. here. That's 4 a.m. here. That's not, it's not a big enough time difference to be oh, this makes sense for, international. Cause that's kind of what I thought at first too. Was is this an international thing? I don't think so either. Those would have to be earlier in the day. That would be this game's at 3 p.m. It's why is that game at 3 p.m.? Well, they want to do the Europe thing. So they want to start introducing some games over there and allowing them to
Let's do more of that.
Yeah, I would be in for that.
Instead of the other way.
I've been a big proponent. Afternoon games, I'm here for it. I know that logistics-wise, it might not make sense, but when the bubble happened and everyone was just 3 p.m. on a Tuesday, the Suns are playing right now. All right, I'll watch. Let's be honest. And again, I want to emphasize this because, I know a lot of you guys do real legitimate hard work, but a lot of you don't. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of you do not. And that's cool. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I know you guys through and through.
The Mavs have 2 of those games.
They do? They have 2 11 o'clock games?
Yeah, they do. They have 2 11 o'clocks.
I didn't even know.
One against the Blazers and Kings, which the Blazers and Kings kind of dominate those 11 p.m. games I was looking at.
Yeah.
But still,
that's how the Hornets are every time at 6 p.m. on the dot. The Hornets and Pistons are playing. They just throw them on the very early time slot before people settle in. The little appetizer. But no, I mean, like you said, the game will probably start at 11:15. You're basically that game's not going to end until 2 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, that is crazy.
Even a 10:15. I mean, even a 10:15 tip for Dallas for those 2 games.
Yeah,
Dallas,
so I mean, late. Yeah, that's going to be. You're going to be up until 1 o'clock in the morning watching those games.
Yeah.
So you're basically, and who's actually going to do that? So you're basically telling.
You think Eddie Sefko's staying up that late?
I mean, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it weren't for Locked On, I probably would not be staying up that late. That'd just be I'll catch in the morning type of thing. But
Dwayne Price, I want to sleep 2 hours ago.
Oh man, I mean, think I'm actually interested to hear how many people in the comments are I will not even watch a second of the game because I'll be asleep. I'll have long been asleep by the time the game starts. I don't understand it for the life of me.
It probably interrupts some of the morning routines with ice and
you wake up early,
all the stuff. Do you got another quicker hot take?
I do actually, and it is schedule related again.
Bring it on.
I was thinking about this when they released the Christmas Day schedule and everybody was mad and upset. And we talked about it. I was like, you know what? The NBA, because I personally think the Christmas Day thing is already kind of a gimmick, right? Yeah. There's nothing really different about the games. It's just on Christmas Day. They do the jerseys sometimes, but they should let the fans vote. It should be an online, hey, from this week in July to this week in August, go online and vote who you want in NBA Christmas Day, and that's who plays. I think that'd be fun. get the fans involved. Nobody can be mad at anybody but themselves. And it'd be funny if it's just like, guys, we need to rig it. We need the Hornets in Christmas Day.
Portland would have the night game because of Hanson Yang.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
They would come through.
But that would be. But honestly, that could be sick for the. In the research I was doing, I don't know what this means. The little AI Google thing we know is not very reliable. God. We know that,
dude.
52% of online respondents watch NBA games in China. I don't know if that means 52% of the Chinese population, or if in this whatever survey this was, because I am now reading the article and it does say that. I don't know if that means of the Chinese people who were asked, 52% of those people watched.
I just remember when Yao was voted like all-star starter before they had changed all the, and just based off fan voting, and it was pretty wild.
I mean, I don't think people realize. I really don't think people realize how ginormous of a market China is for basketball.
I can't say.
There's a reason why all the players go on those Chinese tours.
Oh, yes.
It's I want to tag along.
It's like an endless, bank with that. I think Anthony Edwards is going on like his first one over there with Adidas, and like Steph has been over there right now, and it's just was crazy.
Was it over there last year? Or?
Honestly, their fandom is so inspiring. Like they're so dedicated, and they just
love whoever, literally whoever could go over there. I mean, I'm just trying to think on the top of my head, like Gary Harris could go over there, and they'd be like, yeah, we love you. I could go over there, and they'd probably be like, oh. You're a basketball fan?
You'd have your own court over there.
Yeah.
Like your face.
Is that Mavs court? So this guy's not a player? No.
All right. Take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Shut it down! Let's go home!
Yeah. All right. Here with Slightly. Man, we're doing Takeoff Thursday. Schedule hot takes from Slightly in the last segment. We had some Big Three era thoughts in the first segment. Slightly, do you have any more hot takes before I throw some random stuff at you?
I think all NBA Twitter aggregator accounts should be suspended the moment July 20th comes around.
That's good.
I think that should just be an immediate suspension. You can come back when training camp starts in September, or have it when media day starts, and you can, aggregate all of those. But until then,
start getting some good out of context stuff.
Right. Yeah. Like I can only hear about Jonathan Kuminga so many times.
Yeah. And it's some random report every time. And it's like the asking price of what he wants keeps on going up.
We're in like the decibel places with his asking price.
No, we're at like Juan Soto at this point. Like that's what he wants. And it's like, all right, just start the season. Because
why have we not heard any Giddey? Like, why is it just him? I guess it's because it's a little
Grimes. Like, are they just chilling at home? Just like we'll wait
Grimes
you out.
Is one of the more interesting ones because I think they're like a sign and trade pathway for him makes more sense to me than any of the other guys.
Ooh.
Like a team being like 18 million for Grimes. Yeah, we could do that. Like Kuminga, I just can't.
I just love this point of the offseason when people are really like I logged on the other day and I saw some like fiery takes on the Wizards young core. And it's like, what are we doing? Then I saw Sam Vecini going after somebody over. And it's like, all right, please get us to media day before we're arguing on these guys, Washington's young core and how good it is.
Oh, one of my favorites was there was a tweet that said the Miami Heat, this was like framed as if it was some big time report. The Miami Heat would love to get off Terry Rozier. It's like, oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
What a great report.
All right. Have you seen, I want to get your thoughts on this picture. A still frame Zapruder film breakdown of the Steelers picture with Nico Harrison.
Okay.
So we had, Aaron Rodgers and two assistant coaches there at this table. Nico Harrison sitting at it, and the picture taken, all three, there were some, it was just like they were locked in, the faces, What were your thoughts when you seen this?
My thoughts were, I will never know a day of peace, ever. Like I can't, like the fact that we have to talk about any picture that Nico Harrison is involved in is just like, oh man, this is the season can't start soon enough, but also at the same time, God, it's just gonna be every second is just gonna be horrible. Every loss, anything is just gonna be the sky's falling. It's all happening again. Like, why would you talk about anything other than firing Nico Harrison at once? It's like, yeah, fire him. Yes, do all of that, please. But it's like I can't have my day-to-day life be consumed by this.
It's so extreme. There's no middle ground. It is either. I mean, I got some hashtags the other day. It was promote Nico, and then there's also
Nico?
Yeah. It's like, where are you promoting
what's
to?
The promotion?
Like assistant owner, and and then it's like, yeah. Then there's the fire Nico crowd. And it's like I don't. There has to. You got to like claim your allegiance to one of the sides and stuff. So I don't know what to do.
Well, also not claiming your allegiance to one side. And I want to say that like those type of people are trolling 100%. 100% those guys are trolling. Have to.
All right, I want to drop a mini segment on you here at the very end. This is what I want to call a checking in on Mavs Nation Facebook. And there was a post that I was going to just look at some of the comments for you and just throw some of them at you. So Dirk gave some thoughts again the other day on the Luka trade. So Mavs Nation had this post. Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki is still confused about what the Mavericks are doing. There's 59 comments on it. All right.
Okay.
So basically, that's all it says is like, hey, Dirk is still just kind of confused, like about which is kind of like untrue in a way. He can, like his quote was more of like, hey, it kind of happened. Like it's time to get over. It's the most like Dirk thing ever. But I just had to click on some comments here, and the Luka stands are in full effect. I love Dirk. This is from Cody on Facebook, Mavs Nation Facebook. Says, I love Dirk, but let's be real. Is Dirk the greatest? Yeah, he got us a championship, but it took him over 10 years to do it. Oh. Luka was in the finals within 4 years and single-handedly carried us on his way to be an all-time leading scorer if he stayed here.
Yeah. I've had this argument with people. I mean, you want to know the right answer to this question? It's what your age is. Let's just be honest. If you became a Mavs fan because of Luka, like, yeah.
Got another one on here that was said it was Diddy related. LeBron James had something on Nico.
All right, I don't know where Diddy comes into the equation here, but all right.
I don't either. And another person said, Dirk, you won one championship in 20 years. Relax.
Oh, man, this is sad. Come on. We're not doing this.
Sorry, I just had to point. It's just one of my favorite things to do is just, hey, let me find some good comments.
Is this one of those? Now here's the thing: is I never go on Facebook. So is this?
No, I don't either.
Is this like an AI? Because there's those Instagram pages where you'll see like on your Discover page and it'll be like Brooke Lopez to the Mavs. I'll be like, what? And I'll click on it and be like, what even is this? They're just like literally making stuff up.
Yeah,
people in the
there's
comments
nothing.
Like, whoa.
There's nothing to it. I was diving into this like Mark Cuban, Shams Charania, him crediting Shams for the Kyrie signing, and I thought it was a little interesting.
Wait, what did he say?
Him just talking about how it's like his relationship with Shams helped them get Kyrie, trade for him, and like help them extend him because a relationship with an agent that helped them know what Kyrie was looking for and wanted.
That's actually kind of interesting.
But in exchange for like
interesting
information and stuff, and I'm like, keep on airing it out, Cubes. Like just give us. I love this behind the scenes stuff.
Is that one of the first times we've heard like an actual decision maker be like, yeah, we use Shams?
Yeah. Shams is like, hey, shut up.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just a reporter.
And the last thing I see, one of the posts on here was, this is on the Mavs Nation Facebook page. It says, Megan Thee Stallion reveals Klay Thompson's favorite dish she cooks him.
I'm not going to lie. I thought that was going a different direction.
Reveals Klay Thompson's favorite. But this is from Clutch Points. So maybe our guy Joey wrote this and I can flame him in person.
Oh, I actually saw the discourse on the Megan Thee Stallion spaghetti thing last night.
Yeah, wasn't it like chicken parm?
I thought it wasn't it fish?
Or was it fish?
I thought it was fish.
I clearly didn't watch it close enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
was
that's not.
studying it. I was studying the tape.
It kind of looks. It doesn't look bad.
I know.
Right?
I was like, it looks just. I mean, it kind of looks like spaghetti. Like,
Yeah. Like if we had that
would it be
for
one of
dinner.
those meals where I was coming home from school? If I saw it, would I be like, yes? Maybe not.
As
but
a
I'd also be
kid,
like, all right.
No, but if I came home from work and my wife was like, "Hey, this is what I made for dinner," I'm like, "Yes." sign me up.
Man, I'd eat spaghetti every night. Like that's one of those classic
Throw some,
dishes.
like-
I'm actually looking at this Facebook page right now.
Throw some like baked breadcrumb tilapia on top of some spaghetti. Sign me up.
Yeah, that
Ready.
sounds delicious to me. I mean, I'm in on that. I had something else that brewed in my brain, but I honestly forgot about it. It was related to something we were talking about earlier, but
Well, now's the
it
time
must
to
not be
throw
that
it out.
important.
I know. All right, guys. It's another episode of Locked On Mavs, and some good chatter there on the internet sphere. Slightly, do you have anything coming up that we need to be looking forward to?
Honest to God, no. I'm playing Elden Ring. If you're interested in that, I have. I'm doing a challenge every death. So my goal is find a gym, a private gym, basketball gym. And
Oh, I thought you
will-
meant on the game. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
no, I had to clarify that because people might not know. But that's a Pokemon thing. But I will lock myself in the gym, and I will have to hit every free throw. Every death equals one free throw in Elden Ring. And if you don't know,
Attempted or made?
Made.
Okay.
So I'm at 220 something right now. It'll probably be
got
close
this.
to 1,000 by the time it's all done. So I'll have to lock myself in a gym, stream myself shooting free throws until I make 1,000 and get out of there.
Let's
Some people
go.
do that for practice.
Yeah, team up with Kyrie. Do a spooky hours Twitch stream.
Yeah, maybe. I had to just make sure I'm like cleared to even do because today I went to the gym. I was like, let me shoot some free throws at first, and I couldn't get the lift just yet. So
See, this is what we need. We need a collab, slightly biased times Kyrie Irving live stream. Kyrie rebounds for you.
that would be nice. But I have to be like really mean about it. It's like, can you get me the ball faster, man? Can you pass it to me with the laces?
All right, somebody out there has any connections? Let's make this happen. We
Yeah.
need it to happen, or maybe actually don't do it on social media. We don't need slightly getting blocked by another Mav. So
Yeah, true. I'm on my best behavior for Coop. But that might be a rite of passage, though. You never know.
Coop blocks you, and you're like, it's part of it.
It's just like he's gonna be a star, guys.
All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Locked On Mavs. Slightly appreciate you.
Yeah, we're talking Ravens tomorrow for real.
Let's go. Go Ravens. Steelers gonna.